Okay, so this is a general IELTS task where we're doing letter writing. So the pattern is a formal letter, okay, which is always more difficult than the informal, I think, but can be done really well by students who practice enough. Let's look at the topic. On a recent holiday, you lost a valuable item. Fortunately, you have travel insurance to cover the cost of anything lost. Write a letter to the manager of your insurance company. In your letter, so describe the item you lost, explain how you lost it, and tell the insurance company what you would like them to do. Okay, so this is sort of a very typical task that they might ask you to do in this type of exam. And so this is something, if you practice it a lot, you can adapt your practice essay to what you get in the actual exam, because it's very common for them to ask you to describe lost items. So you've got 3 sections. They're looking for you to cover all 3 sections to get your full task achievement. They're looking to see some nice descriptive vocabulary. They're looking to see some nice formal grammar because you're writing to the manager of a company. And a little bit of creativity and use of grammar in telling the insurance company what you would like them to do. So you could use some conditionals here. Like, if my policy covers this type of item, then I would like to do that. Or, depending on whether you need a police report, I would like to blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's see what this candidate says. So they should have started dear sir or madam. It's missing here. Okay, so never forget to add that in. Dear sir, I'm writing this email in regards to my lost item, to an item I lost during my trip to Bali, Indonesia. Oh, I'd love to go to Bali. What a nice holiday this person's been on. Indonesia. The lost item is my wallet. It is a long red wallet with a small metal button. It has many pockets for cards on both sides, with just a couple of cards actually in them on the day that I lost it. Also, it has a zip pocket for coins. Okay, so first thing I'm thinking, what is up with the paragraphs? Okay, so I'm just going to write paragraphs, ? They're writing their sentences and they're entering every sentence. I don't know whether this is a formatting issue that might have happened as it was copied over into this video that I'm narrating. But if it's, of course, you should always keep your sentences together in one paragraph. Okay. Otherwise, it's really hard to score higher than a 5 if you're not paragraphing your answer. And they've given you the 3 paragraphs: paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3. Okay. That's my first feedback. We've got simple sentences going on, some kind of basic grammar. So they've not shown me any complex sentences yet, but what they've written is generally understandable and generally correct. A long red wallet, small metal button. It's okay. It's reasonably okay. I last saw my wallet in my hotel room. If my memory is correct, I put my wallet on the bedside table with my other belongings, such as a travel guidance book and a pencil. I left the hotel in a hurry on the 13th of August, 2018, not to miss the complimentary breakfast in the morning. Sorry, that's just a very sweet detail. Like, there's nothing wrong with the grammar. The vocabulary is good, the complimentary breakfast. But I feel so seen in this sentence. I too love a good hotel breakfast. I'm always the one in my family who's saying, let's get up in time for breakfast. Quick, we've only got 15 minutes to make it down for breakfast. I love a good hotel breakfast. So I really identify with this sentence. I think I probably also left stuff in my room. After finishing breakfast, I left the hotel for a walk in the town, which took a couple of hours. Okay, so this is a paragraph, but I don't know how they've lost the item. When I came back to the hotel, I noticed that the room was already made. After resting in the room for a few hours, I looked for my wallet to go out shopping when I finally realized that it was missing. I immediately talked to the hotel management and checked. Who checked? You didn't check the CCTV. They checked. The hotel manager who checked all CCTV videos. However, nothing suspicious was found. This is so the grammar has really improved in these 2 paragraphs. They've got some nice grammar, some nice sentences. They're describing very clearly what happened. We've got some nice phrases here. If my memory is correct is a nice thing to say. A travel guidance book and a pencil. A complimentary breakfast. Nothing suspicious was found. This candidate's got some very nice phrases going on here, and it's very clear to understand what they are explaining. I'd like to know if my insurance plan covers lost items as well. If so, what is the coverage for the lost items and the steps to take to file a report? So you're asking a question, so you need a question mark here. What is? As this matter is urgent, I'd appreciate a prompt reply. Regards, Jimmy Yu. This feels we would never say something like this in an email in the UK. It feels so rude to me to say this to someone. I'd appreciate a prompt reply. Like it just feels kind of rude because you're telling them reply very quickly. This is urgent. Yeah, it is urgent, but it's kind of rude to say that to someone. So I would naturally, you would end a sort of email by saying something like, thanks in advance, or thank you in advance if it's formal. Thank you in advance for your help. Regards. Instead of regards, maybe you put something like best wishes or yours sincerely. Just saying regards feels very aggressive and kind of rude in emails in the UK. So I've seen this a lot. It might be a sort of a translation issue coming over from different languages translating to English. But culturally in the UK, you would never end an email like this unless you were trying to be rude to someone. As this matter is urgent, I'd appreciate a prompt reply. I'd say thank you in advance for your help, or any help you could offer on this. Any help you can offer on this, or in this case, would be appreciated. Thanks for your time. You end it more like that because it's a bit more friendly and it's a bit less aggressive than saying reply real quickly. Okay, so in terms of task achievement, this candidate did everything. They covered the 3 stages of the task. The description of the item was a bit basic and not very detailed, so they could have done that a bit more, but I would say generally, okay, they covered all aspects of the task. Cohesion and coherence, this is my issue, okay? And I'm going to say it again. Paragraphs, the paragraphing was weird. This all should have been 1 paragraph, and then the losing it was somehow split into 2 paragraphs when it could all have been 1 paragraph. So, I'm going to sort of it would probably come out at a 4.5 for cohesion and coherence, just because the paragraphing was not adequate. Vocabulary, I thought vocabulary was pretty good. So the vocabulary is coming out at a 6. And in terms of grammar, probably a 5.5, because there were these small, consistent mistakes throughout. It was okay to understand the meaning, but there was quite a lot of minor issues throughout, which this candidate, I think, can work on. So I would definitely tell this candidate, please paragraph and just be careful of your paragraphing. Although I understand maybe it was paragraphed, and as it came to this video, somehow the format got changed. But if this was a real essay, that would be the problem. And then definitely go back through and check those kind of small grammar mistakes, especially the tenses. Make sure that, you're using the right tense, and then that will help your score a lot. So I think it's probably coming out at a 5, I think, overall. Maybe a 5.5, showing the weakness of my maths here. But I thought that the task achievement and the vocabulary was good, and it's just these 2 small areas that need working on. But overall, a very enjoyable task to read.